Hi there and welcome back to my zombie channel. It's a channel that's dead, but refuses to stay dead. Anyway, let me tell you about Tropico. Tropico is a series of games in which you take on the role of El Presidente. Your goal is to create and rule over a tropical island, all the while keeping your people happy, along with keeping the great powers happy. I have put literally hundreds of hours into these games, going all the way back to the first Tropico in 2001. Speaking of, despite my enjoyment of this series, I actually came across this game by complete chance. Back in 2007, an aunt of mine had been garage sale shopping and stumbled upon a copy of this game. She gifted it to me and I figured, sure, I can give this game a try. Little did I know this was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Fast forward to earlier this year, Tropico 6 was released under new developers Limbic Entertainment. So without further ado, let's step into our palace, rig a few elections, and jump right in. So like the previous entry, this game will take place over 5 eras. Colonial, in which you are a governor beholden to the crown and must jump through hoops to extend your mandate, all the while attempting to move towards independence. The World Wars, in which your end goal is to ally with either the Axis or allies, while having elections and more factions to keep happy. Cold War, in which there are even more factions and higher expectations of you, while you attempt to either become a nuclear or space power. And finally, the Modern Era, in which there is no end, but you have all technologies open to you, must juggle your standing with multiple superpowers, as well as 8 separate factions. Now, this is all assuming you're playing on sandbox mode. There are, however, various missions to complete. These are all stories of you, El Presidente, and your loyal sidekick, Penultimo, ruling over various islands throughout the years and completing crazy objectives. Ranging from creating a chocolate industry to rival a Willy Wonka XP, to running an economy strictly on piracy due to having a barren wasteland, having an island with absolutely no houses, and even creating your very own amusement park with real dinosaurs. One of the coolest additions to this game is the option to have multiple islands at once, so you can spread out your industries and resources. Alternatively, you could even dedicate an entire island specifically to tourists. Go figure, they don't like being around the locals. Another major change this time around is the ability to send people on raids to steal technologies, money, resources, and various wonders of the world. Yes, you can literally steal the Eiffel Tower. It raises happiness. Anyway, now for the reviewing. So the graphics this time around are actually pretty impressive. I hadn't really noticed much difference at first, but once I started zooming in, I noticed that each individual ranch had models for different types of livestock, the cars changed over the eras, and even the trees, waters, and various NPC models are very well put together. As far as the gameplay goes, there's nothing too different from the previous entry. Aside from a few buildings and building options, there's unfortunately nothing much to see here. While I admit most games in this series aren't really too different from one entry to the next, I can't really shake the feeling that I'm playing an expansion to Tropico 5. Especially considering the era system is almost identical, with some eras having the exact same win condition. But hey, if you like Latin rhythms, then you'll love the extremely catchy soundtrack. So, if you're interested in a nice time killer involving building and maintaining a tropical island and ducking rebels all while trying to win elections and trying not to get invaded, then I'd say you have very specific tastes. But if you're interested in Tropico 6, then it can be found on Steam, the PS4, and the Xbox One. Viva Tropico, viva el Presidente.